boy, we've got a lot of natural light in here today. I gotta make sure I continue to record videos around this time because I don't have to turn all of my interior lights on. I can just let the sun shine. More sneaker talk today, baby. I am HKsmash. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we are talking about the Pharrell Adidas Human Race in the pink colorway. And yes, that was a mouthful. And yes, it's pronounced Adidas. Now, before we get into today's video, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button to come back for some more sneaker and gaming content. Trying to bridge that gap. And if you are a returning member of this community, I want to welcome you back and thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. And shout out to all the TikTok homies that keep showing up in the comment section. I see you. Make sure to keep the conversations going, you know what I mean? There's a reason why I'm talking about this particular sneaker today, because it's Wednesday. And this will probably be like an age check / filter to see who actually gets pop culture reference. I also wanted to mix things up a little bit because most of these videos that I've been making have been about Nike. And don't get me wrong, I've been enjoying that. Now, I know some of you are probably wondering, why are we talking about NMD human races? I've actually wanted to talk about these for a little while for a couple of different reasons. Do you guys remember when they first came out? The hype was absolutely insane behind these. And at the time, there were so many great collaborations happening at Adidas. I feel like that's going to piss a lot of people off, so get used to it. Just trying to say it correctly, okay? I remember when they first came out and all the different colors and the writing on the upper, it was just like, it kind of blew me away. And who doesn't love Pharrell? I mean, the guy is awesome. I've never personally met him, but I mean, come on, how could you not like the guy? But when these first came out, people were clamoring over them. It was different. And you guys remember how hyped up NMDs were at that time, right? Which now, fast forwarding to today, NMDs are not the same as they once were, which is why I think they don't get as much respect as I think they should. Now, just like a lot of people, I missed out on the initial drop of the human races. And ever since that time, I made it a point to make sure that whatever available versions came out in the future, I'd get my hands on them. Now, I will say I am a fan of the trail pack, although the midsole is not as comfortable. That is the first pair of human races that I ever got my hands on. And they actually work really well if you decide to go hiking with them, although there are better alternatives that are much safer. But if you're going on a pretty simple hike, trail option is really, really good. It works. I made sure to get my hands on as many of those trail versions as I possibly could, up to the point where I have probably about 10 pairs sitting in my inventory right now, most of which I've actually worn on hikes. And to be clear, by inventory, I mean my collection. Of course, a habit. And that's because the sneaker game is so cruel that I'm having to resell my own sneakers in my collection to get sneakers that I actually want because I'm always taking L's. But this pink colorway is actually the first pair of NMDs from the human race line that I got my hands on without the trail midsole, which is why I actually like these a lot. These, I think, have a way different feel compared to the trail pack. Not to say that the trail pack is bad, but if you're like me, I like wearing my shoes because they're comfortable to wear. And I'm still partial to Boost. It fits my feet correctly, especially standing up all day, or at least when I used to stand up all day. Having Boost on my feet was a godsend. And there's something about the NMD silhouette that just fits my foot correctly. I have a soft spot for it. I can't help it. I mean, and who doesn't love pink, right? I mean, I think pink kind of goes with so many other colors in most people's wardrobe. I understand not a lot of people like to wear pink. It's kind of loud. The color looks great on both men and women, in my personal opinion. I do like the bubble gum color, though. It really does look like some bubble gum, right? Like that Big League Chew, or that... what is that gum that comes in a wheel and you can just pull it? I don't know. I should know that because I grew up with it and I can't even think of the freaking name. Hubba Bubba. There we go. Got it. Bubble tape. Yeah. So the bubble tape, right? Jesus Christ. That's what they should have called them, right? They should have called these the human race in the Hubba Bubba colorway. All right. Bring it back in. Back on track. Going back to that beautiful pink midsole. Absolutely comfortable. How could you go wrong with Boost? I still think Boost is the most comfortable midsole that you can put your feet on today. I'm still wearing Ultra Boost as my beater shoes. I do like the fact that these come with 2 sets of laces, which is really great. So you got that nice cream set of laces right on the top. You don't even have to tie them. The way they come out of the box, you can just slide your foot right in. You ain't gotta tie them. They look great as is. I know some people like to do this really weird twist around the back I've seen before. I really don't have time to do that. I'm too old. But if you want to swap them out for the pink laces so you get that consistent color of pink all around your feet. The stitching on the upper is a great touch. Not exactly sure what it says, but it's pretty dope. If you want to stand out from the crowd, you got yourself something there that will get people's eyes attracted to your feet. The upper on these is a little bit different than some of the other iterations of the human race I've noticed. I kind of feel like on some of the other human races, there's like that prime knit material, right? On my Earth body pair, that material is a little bit more stretchy, whereas this one kind of feels a little bit more like canvas. But it fits my foot fine. I really don't notice much of a difference as far as like if it's any tighter on my foot. But these shoes in particular do a really good job of contouring to an individual's foot, which is why I always lean on these as like, if I want to wear a pair of sneakers every day, if I had one pair to wear, it would probably be something along the lines of these. Again, I don't think the shoes got the respect that they deserve. I do understand that the color might be a bit of a turnoff for a lot of people. Even the other colors that they came out with. I know they're primarily monochromatic, but you've got some options. I don't think these are necessarily played out. However, I do feel like there's just so many options for people to go after that get a little bit tired of it. However, I do think that the trail pack might have been a turn in the wrong direction. I still got to credit Adidas and Pharrell for trying something different and trying to cater to a slightly different audience. Still trying to get into the streetwear culture and then also giving you something that's a little bit more versatile. And yes, I have worn these in the gym. I have worn them on some of my active endeavors. These are definitely good for the gym if you want to flex a little bit. They are great for running for sure. If you're going to get yourself on a treadmill or a Stairmaster, then these are going to be just fine if you decide to take them into a gym. You could definitely put some miles on these. It's kind of like a Honda Civic. You can never really run it down. You could put 500,000 miles on it. It'll keep going, except this Honda Civic's pink. I think it would be a nice little touch if they made the boost on there pink instead of white just to make it completely pink, but I'm just being nitpicky. So what's the final verdict? Gotta give these an 8. Solid score, I think. Not entirely a perfect 10. I'm gonna tell you why. Honestly, I can't find anything wrong. If there's one thing I've noticed over the last couple of months from pretty much anything from Adidas is their quality control has been really good. I didn't have any issues with the stitching. I didn't see any glue marks, tracks, tears, any of that stuff. No fraying in any of the stitching. Everything seemed to be pristine as far as I could tell. And they're holding up very well as I continue to wear them. And yes, I do have them on me right now. Although I would like to see some human races do a little bit better on their price point. I think it's pretty fair considering it is a collaboration, so you're going to be paying a premium for that. The shoe is comfortable, way better than the trails in my opinion. Much easier to wear every single day. However, I do think these are going to be a little bit limited to how you wear them as far as the time of year. This is that starting of spring into the summertime shoe. You'd be the best dressed at your family's Easter party if you decided to break them out. But the silhouette looks good with both pants and shorts, so however you decide to style them, they're gonna look good. And because it's an NMD and it's not as much of a popular silhouette as it once was, they tend to keep restocking from time to time, and resale is not that aggressive. I actually have an extra pair of these. They're still in the box. I was gonna send them back to Adidas, but I don't think I'm going to. Moving forward, I will definitely be a little bit more selective of the human races that I decide to purchase. It honestly just comes down to the colors. I do anticipate that at some point in the not so distant future, I think NMDs are going to make a comeback. I know that's crazy. I have faith with Jerry Lorenzo signing on, that fear of God touch. I can definitely see him doing his version of the Essentials sock runner and converting that into an NMD. I could totally see that happening. And you know what? Maybe Kanye will actually do something with the NMD. I could totally see that happen. I also think the NMD, especially these human races, are a great entry sneaker if you're trying to build a collection. You gotta respect the human races. You gotta respect the NMD and its origins. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video as much as I enjoyed making it for you. And if you did, go ahead and click that like button. And if you liked it a little bit extra, click that sub button if you haven't done that already. Be kind to your neighbor, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.